Next up, podcast listeners, Nancy Pelosi calls early bird diners peasants. Yeah, you heard that correctly. So Nancy Pelosi, she obviously doesn't think very much of the deplorables that are out there in this country. And she's on a radio show and they're interviewing her and just talking about different things because, she's just so cool. She's so interesting. You got to have her on the radio. And what does she do? She talks about how she likes to eat at a diner, kind of like the peasants. We have that clip and here it is.
And to this day, my husband, Paul, who was born and raised in San Francisco, I was born and raised in Baltimore. To this day, he likes to dine at 8 and I like to eat at 5:30. Like a peasant.
Oh my God, she's so... Remember she used to be in front of the freezer?
The Sub-Zero, the $20,000 Sub-Zero refrigerator.
Getting her Gucci ice cream out, and talking about that. And now she likes to go to diners, like the peasants. Her face doesn't even move when she laughs because it's so plasticized.
What is she saying about Baltimore? I mean, come on, hon.
Yeah, she's
calling
from
people
Baltimore.
in Baltimore peasants, hon.
Yeah. Well, she lives in San Francisco now, podcast listeners.
But she did say she's from Baltimore. Yes. And so she must be a peasant.
Yeah. But that's the thing. The left thinks that you are a peasant. They really do. They have become the elitists. They are the elitists. They think that you should drive a Tesla. Of course, you can't afford to buy a Tesla because you're just trying to buy food. I mean, they're so out of touch. Right?
Well, looking for a bargain on a dinner, especially if you're a senior on a fixed income, because let's be real, how old is she? 110?
Oh my God.
She's well beyond 65. Is she 80?
I think she's 80, 81.
81. So listen, her peers are looking for a bargain because they can't afford to put gas in their car.
I have to play this clip again. Can you play this clip again of Nancy Pelosi talking about peasants, about how messed up her... Listen to this. Got to.
And to this day, my husband, Paul, who was born and raised in San Francisco, I was born and raised in Baltimore. To this day, he likes to dine at 8 and I like to eat at 5:30. Like a peasant.
She is the gift that keeps on giving. Like, how do they keep reelecting her in San Francisco? And how does the Democrat caucus keep reelecting her to speaker?
I don't...
She is masterful.
Exactly.
Like, literally masterful. I don't know how she's doing it.
She really is.